All right, I want to start off by hitting on a couple things as we normally do at the beginning of the days. This morning I would like to talk about willingness to recommend. Just briefly, we're not going to go too deeply here, but I want to give some kudos out there and say that there are some absolute fantastic battles going on. We actually have a region leader battle that has brewed pretty nicely between Central and Chicago, who've been kind of duking it out for the top spot as Chicago, the team up there, had came up from being about 5 percentage points down from leading, and they took over for a day, and then they kind of got taken back over by just a couple tenths of a percentage point. So fantastic battle going on there for the top region. And the sleeper cells in Minnesota, they took from a 60 to a 64%, I believe, day over day. So a 4% increase. You guys keep that up, and you guys will be that sleeper team that just creeps up and ends up taking the prize. So I got no doubt that you guys can do it. A lot of the things that we're working on out there, especially with ISIS, ATT, giving away beats for 30 to 90 days, is making your customers very happy, especially getting that $50 with ISIS. And, of course, they're going to give you guys great scores. So make sure we continue to do that. We have put a ton of effort into improving our experience that we're giving our customers, whether it's through the experience missions that we're sending out on a daily basis. Heather has been working very hard to send out different missions herself. We got Derek in the office who's sending out the scores and the updates on a daily basis. We're doing DLRs between myself and Daphne and Scott. We are plugged away inside those training rooms and hotels, just doing these DLR trainings, which a combination of all of that has really improved on our scores. So great job, everyone. Keep up the great work. And we have a lot of stores that are still like in the mid to high 80s, if not 90s, and there's a lot of them out there. So I'm not going to go through all those. You guys know who you are. So great job. Please keep up that focus. That is a tremendous win that we have going on in that area for us right now. So as I kind of mentioned, some reminders, the My ATT app. We know the reporting has been down on this for about a week or two, and it's been inaccurate even when it was up. So they hope to have the reporting for this more accurate and figured out by the end of the month. So what we don't want to do is kind of take our foot off the pedal with this and make sure that our focus is still on this particular app. And not just the app, because the app comes on many phones already. It is same day. So if you do something with the customer's account that's going to promote a CSS to spit out, then that customer on the primary line needs to log into their AT&T account through the app the same day. So they have until midnight that same day to log in through that app, and then we would get the credit for them accessing this. So make sure we're helping our customers set this up if they don't already have it set up, an ATT online account, and then we're helping them access it through their devices. So we were behind on this particular metric in our area. We want to make sure that once this reporting comes back up that we are leading the pack as we are in some other areas right now. Also, baseball. We had about 50%, I think, of stores actually send in at the latest report that I saw. 50% of our stores have sent in their detailed tracking with the invoice numbers. So do us all a big favor. It's a humongous task to gather all these. And of course, you got 46 locations. You got 300 some salespeople. So it is a tremendous task that our office has right now in collecting all these scores. So do me a favor, do them a favor, and make sure that we get this stuff in on time so we can give some updates, because it is fun. There is a ton of runs that are being scored out there. I've heard people are in the 20s by now, if not the 30s, and when you look at what you can get, you go to that either $10 logo or the $10 Midwest Cellular gift card. Well, you keep adding up those $10 MWC gift cards for every 8 runs, and what do you want to buy with that? You know, I know at least one salesperson is going to get a freeway, so they're just going to keep saving up their runs and purchase a freeway with the MWC bucks that they get. So whether it's a new phone or a tablet or whatever you want to maybe buy, you could save those up and get a major purchase for nothing, right? Just for tracking, playing the game, seeing what's all on there, what kind of focuses we have, and plus you're going to get commissions, and plus your customers are going to be very happy with what they are receiving from you guys. So keep that updated, keep it going. It's been fun. Those stores that I've seen that are really playing are really knocking them out of the park. So please keep that up. Again, with ISIS, I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned it again. I still love this particular metric that we have. It's donating $50. Please give $50 to as many of your guests as you possibly can. Nothing can go wrong with this, right? There is a win-win-win for everyone. Customer wins $50. They get $50 plus up to $150 as they're making purchases with their mobile wallet. You guys will get paid on average probably about $5 commission. And our company in AT&T, along with ISIS, is creating that technology, right? That new technology that I know myself, I've been waiting for this for 10 years, ever since I saw this happening overseas and probably in Europe somewhere. I saw people paying a vending machine with their phone and getting the product out of that, and I've just been waiting so long for it. So it's here. We just need to make sure that we make it as big as we possibly can, because the more we help with this, the more we get this in our customers' hands, the more likely you're going to get more businesses, and those businesses will pick this up even faster. And then, boom, that remote control for our life is doing just one more thing that it couldn't do last year. So keep that focus up. We're doing a great job in our particular, like Illinois, Wisconsin region. I know we are top in Minnesota. I think the last report we got, you guys are leading that metric as well. So we are in our immediate areas doing a fantastic job. Within the central region for AT&T, which we have 4 regions for AT&T, last report we were sitting at number 5. So great job there, and then 27 nationwide. So I'm sure there's some other locations that have a lot more of this, and they have a lot more stations where you can pay. But hey, we're doing a great job being number 5 in that particular region. So fantastic, and of course a lot of money being made, a lot of money being donated. Keep that up. There's my other ISIS reminder. $100 bill credit, good until the end of this month. So not sure if they're going to extend this or not. So make sure that you are telling each and every one of your customers about this. We got to let them know. It's a disservice if you don't. You certainly don't want someone that's thinking about adding a new line and they're kind of waiting maybe till next month or something, when if we tell them about it right now, they get that $100. So we don't want anyone missing out on this, and of course it's going to help build our business. And it is one of the top focuses, right? Gross ads, one of our top focuses we have for our company. Tablet's also another one, and a tablet's that double whammy because it gets you that tablet and also gets you that gross ad. So it's going to knock out 2 of the top 6 of our focuses right now. So make sure we're telling every single customer about that. Some other small reminders. Tiffany had sent out an email yesterday on some optional order for clothing. And you can actually order through the office for a short time frame. There are some new items on there. Now make sure, because someone asked me this morning, make sure that you're looking at the revised dress code that was also sent out this week as to what can be worn on what days. We have some relaxed wear on Sundays. So those of you working on Sundays now get that kind of relaxed code. We'll work to get some more of these casual days out there as we can, so that with the nicer weather coming up. And then there's some other changes on there that the gentlemen out that like to have that facial hair will really appreciate. So go take a good look at that. Time clock. Actually, Heather sent out that dress code changes. Time clock, just a reminder, clock in, clock out as you are in your stores each day, and also including trainings. So if you're in a training location, if it's at a remote store, then make sure that you're also clocking in and clocking out for all those breaks, lunches, and at the end of the day. And back rooms, the final thing I'm gonna talk to before I pass this off to our guest today is we're doing a spring cleanup on our back rooms. So, we're coming out of hibernation of winter. The grass is turning green, and we're starting to do some spring cleaning at home and getting our backyards and things just kind of in order and ready to go for the nicer weather to be able to spend time outside of our coats and outside of our homes and apartments that have heat running. We also want to make sure that we're getting our stores in order, right? Store tour ready is kind of the thought process you want to have there. We'll have some visitors for AT&T, but we need to make sure that we're just, again, we're coming out of that hibernation and we're taking a fresh look at everything and everywhere in our stores and making sure that we don't have clutter, we don't have trash, we don't have storage bins and stuff that we don't need to have. So make sure that you guys are absolutely on top of that and give yourself that fresh store. So at this point, Mason, are you on here, and can I hear you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I certainly can. I'm going to hand over some presenter rights to you right now. So this morning we have Mason Walsh. Mason is from Jabra, and he's going to talk to us about some new and exciting products that we're going to be able to offer our customers. So Mason, with that, I turn it over to you.
Good news. Let's see. Can I control the screen here? How do I advance slides, I guess is the question. Oh, I just drew on it.
So I don't know. Were you going to share your screen, Mason? Is that how you're going to?
Oh, is that? I thought you had the slides in here. Let's see. How do I do this?
Oh no, I didn't load them up. If you go to materials on the bottom right, or you can just share your screen if you have it pulled up.
I do. Let's see.
Or I can easily find it and load it if you want, and you can talk through it.
I got it right here. Let's see if this could not insert if this file is too large.
Okay. You could, either you or I could share a screen, and that would do it too, so you don't have to load it up. If you want, I can do that, and then.
Where do I click?
Bottom right-hand corner, under Share, there should be the left side tab.
I see app sharing.
App sharing, and then when you click on that, then the top option would be like desktop. Whatever's on your desktop, you're going to share that.
Oh, it actually even has. Let's see if this works.
And then I can tell you what you have on there. And nothing's up just yet. There it is. Okay, so I can see your slideshow now.
Oh, okay. So that's up on the screen?
Yep.
The light change. You guys can see that?
Yeah, we can also see your slides on the left-hand side. So, but yeah, we can see.
Okay. Perfect. Well, all right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry about that little catch there. Now we're all up to speed. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. My name is Mason Walsh. I am your Jabra rep. Some of you may have been on the call back in, I believe it was October around sometime, where we talked about some of the car kits you guys have in your stores. If you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner of that first slide there, you have my email address, mwalsh@jabra.com. throughout this little presentation and learning training, if you guys have any questions or anything, just go ahead and feel free to shoot me an email to that address, and I will check my emails at the end and answer any questions you guys might have. And we'll move on from there. Starting out, Jabra portable speakers, I believe that most of these products that we're going to cover today actually might have arrived in your locations yesterday. If not, they will probably be arriving early this coming week, and whenever you guys get your shipments. Jumping into portable speakers, they're quite on the growth right now. Mobile music is probably growing at about 200 to 300%, and speakers being a large part of that. The Jabra Soulmate Mini retails at $99.99 and has some great benefits built into it. ATDP, which is the audio profile for being able to play music and things along those lines, but an added feature is that the speaker is also available to make and take calls, so it does have a microphone in it. And then there's the middle button. You'll see 3 buttons on top. One is a volume up, one is a volume down, and the middle button actually will answer and end your calls. If you do not have a call coming in, you press that middle button. It will actually also tell you what your battery life is and where you're at with that. The speaker is splash resistant, dust resistant, so you will not want to submerge it because the ports are open on the side. But as long as you don't actually soak it in water, everything is sealed in behind the speakers, so you can take it to the beach, take it camping, take it to the slopes, things along those lines, and you can be pretty confident that the speaker will be able to hold up. It is a Bluetooth speaker, but it does have a cable, a 3.5 millimeter cable actually stored in the base or underneath on the bottom, kind of, as we say, in the sole of the speaker. So that just makes it a little bit easier for sharing with, YouTube clips and people sharing their music. Another part that helps with the easy sharing is the speaker also does have NFC. Actually, if I bounce back just one slide, you'll see very kind of inconspicuous the letters NFC right there on the side of the speaker. And so for those of you who aren't familiar, NFC is near field communication, and just allows you to tap your phone to that spot, and it will actually connect. And if you tap again, it will actually also disconnect. Hopefully, we will see what happens with the new iPhone that's launching. But for now, it's just really mostly useful just for the Android users. And then to kind of give you guys a comparison in size, it weighs about 10.5 ounces, which makes it super lightweight, and it's about the size of a can of soda. So it also makes it extremely portable. It can be used with any wireless devices, whether it connects to, like I said, Bluetooth or with the 3.5 cable. 8 hours of talk time, music time, so it'll pretty much last the life of most people's devices as well without a backup charge. Jumping into our Bluetooth headsets, kind of have a strong layout here so we can offer a good, better, best solution to all of the customers. You'll see there's several different price points, so it makes it a little bit easier to find something that's going to fit every need. In addition to different price points, you also have different IDs or different wearing styles. So it kind of gives everybody a little bit of an option to have different choices here. Jabra Motion is at the $129 price point. It's actually called the Motion for a reason. It has motion sensor technology built into it. So when this headset is powered on and you were to set it down on your desk, it would actually go into a power nap or a sleep mode and actually save battery time. If you receive a call and the phone starts ringing, and by picking the headset up and putting it on your ear, that will actually, the motion, it'll sense that, and it'll actually answer the call for you, give you about a 2-second delay. And then it also has the ability to, if you're sitting in a quiet, like, office environment and you were to get up and go out into, like, a big office area or a big conference area, or even if you're in the back room and you go out into a busy storefront, it actually increases the volume on the device itself, so it makes it a little bit louder and easier for you to hear. So that's another part of the motion sensory. It also does have touch capacitive volume. So on the back side of the headset, just by swiping your up, it'll actually turn the volume up. If you swipe your finger down, it'll turn the volume down. The earpiece can be rotated 180 degrees, so it can be a left or right ear wearing style. It also does telescope up and down, so that it does fit in the majority of ears. The really cool feature that's built in with the flip boom is, I know you can't really tell in this picture, but the microphone, about halfway up from the microphone, you'll see there's a little notch there. The boom on the end actually flips up to make it almost like the letter D, I guess you would say. And that allows it to power itself off, and then flipping it open powers it on. So just another way to hold it up, make it easier to stick it in your pocket or your purse, and save some battery time. The wire mesh you'll see down towards the end of the microphone actually allows for great wind noise resistance. And there's also a little button underneath that will allow you to control, do the voice controls, so through like Siri or Google Now, or any other voice commands that you have set up on the phone. This does have the ability to do voice commands without touching any buttons. So if you were to get a phone call, it would actually tell you who is calling, and if they're saved in your phone. If not, it would just read off the phone number. And you can just actually just say answer or ignore. You wouldn't have to touch any buttons on the device. So it allows you to be completely hands-free. About 6 hours of talk time. And this is going to be, this device, along with the next one I'm going to cover, probably going to be for more your high-end users, people that are, in a busy environment, whether they're, traveling or in airports, doing a lot of business in and out of the office. So you're probably going to want something like this to try and fulfill their needs. Moving on to the Jabra Supreme Plus, you'll kind of get an idea of a little bit different form factor here. It is a little bit larger around the earpiece, and that's because it does have one of the largest speakers on the market at 24 millimeters. It does have noise cancellation. It actually has two different kinds. So while this has two microphones, so one microphone to pick up the background noise and the other one to pick up your voice, it also has something called active noise cancellation, and it is the only headset on the market that has this. What it actually does is it emits about a half a sound wave around the ear that it is on, and it actually allows the user to be able to hear the person they're talking to better. So while a lot of headsets out there have, microphones and noise cancellation and extra things built in to help the other person you're talking to be able to hear you well, this one actually helps the user as well, which is one of the few headsets out there that does that. This microphone, the piece of the microphone does also have a similar type of mesh technology that helps with wind noise resistance. You also notice about 3/4 of the way up the boom, there is a button there as well. It's the same, very similar to that of the Motion, to where it, it'll allow you to do voice commands on your phones, talk through Siri or Google Now and things along those lines. This boom also does flip closed as well, so it does become a lot more compact and allow you to turn it on and off just by flipping it closed. So that'll save some battery time as well. You're going to get about 6 hours of talk time out of this headset. And then in addition to that, very similar to the Motion, you do have the voice controls with the answer end. If, someone's calling in, it'll tell you who's calling or read off that phone number again, and then you can just say answer or ignore without touching or to the headset. Otherwise, if you tap on the outside part of the ear, right where you see it say Jabra Supreme, that can click to answer or hang up. It does come with a few different ear gels, and you'll notice that the piece that kind of bends and goes around behind the ear, that can be formed, shaped, and fitted. It can be bent. It's almost like a soft piece of wire, I guess you would say, where you can actually bend it and shape it to fit comfortably around the ear. And that is at the $99.99 price point, but again, probably more for your heavy user, business traveler type of person. Moving into the Jabra Extreme 2. Jabra Extreme 2 model is going to be coming in, I believe, all black. Jabra Extreme 2 has something called noise blackout technology, which is very similar to that in the other two headsets, where it actually uses the dual mic chance or opportunity to pick up background noise, drown it out. More rugged device, just more so in nature and in looks. But it'll handle everybody's day-to-day action. It comes with two different ear gels. It actually you'll notice in the picture it does have an ear hook. There is an ear gel that comes in the package that will allow you to wear it in ear, so you do not have to wear it over the ear, as you see in the picture there. 5.5 hours of talk time. You can connect to multiple devices at one time. Same with actually all of the headsets that we'll talk about today. It does have A2DP. Now, for some of you, A2DP, like I said, is an audio profile, but a couple key points about that is it allows not only music to come through, but it also allows navigation to come through the headset. So if someone's in the car and they're using their phone, AT&T Navigator, and instead of blasting through the phone and maybe interrupting music or interrupting other people in the car, it can talk to you right through your ear, which will be a little bit more direct. And sometimes I seem to find it actually a little bit easier when I'm using my Bluetooth in that sense. But this is going to be at the $79.99 price point, and this is actually our first level. If someone's looking for noise cancellation for any type of environment, this is pretty much the headset that you'll probably want to start with, and you can always obviously work your way up or down depending on what the customer's needs are. Jabra Style, actually available in two colors. I believe you guys will be carrying the silver and black there, and then the one that's mostly white. It does have a little silver going down the middle. But this is an awesome headset. Actually, one of our newer devices that just launched towards the end of last year. The Jabra Style is $49.99. It does actually come with NFC for easy pairing on this device as well, so you can tap to pair, tap to unpair. Just makes it a little bit easier with connection. It does have Bluetooth 4.0. It has a power nap technology where, again, if it's just kind of stagnant for a certain period, it'll actually just kind of go into a light sleep mode to save a little bit of battery time. And then this one also has a similar technology kind of with the noise adjustment where it'll actually pick up if you're in a louder environment. It will increase the volume for you. If you look at the headset when it's in the packaging, you'll notice there is no volume button on there. It does most of the work for you. But just in case, you do obviously always have your handset that you can adjust. So if for some reason it does loud or something along those lines, you just want to kind of give your customer the heads up that, hey, if it gets too loud or it's too soft, you can always kind of adjust it through the phone itself because they're on the unit. Most of the work is done internally. You'll notice that both of these pictures, again, also have just the ear hook on there. It does come with an ear gel as well, so it can be worn in ear, which is great for being able to, for those customers that like to wear it in ear as opposed to on ear. But they all are on ear when you see it in the package. And then the HD voice obviously just increases and makes it a little clearer. A2DP in this model as well. And that kind of gives an idea of the style. It's a nice, sleek, sophisticated type of look that we're kind of trying out with some of our newer models. The Jabra Mini is going to be your entry-level piece at the $39.99 price point. Again, kind of some of the similar features that you'll see, in the $49.99 price point, but a little bit different wearing style. It's not that long, sleek kind of look to it. It's actually just like a smaller type of earbud, no longer than probably 1.5 inches, and it does have the ear hook and the ear gel to wear in ear as well in the package. But the key point on this, it is one of our newest headsets and has a new battery technology built into it. So while also being Bluetooth 4.0, that helps a little bit with battery. You'll also notice that you get up to 9 hours of talk time, which is a big difference from most headsets being around that 5 to 6 hour time range. This is a great feature for a $39.99 price point. It also, again, does have the A2DP mode, so profile, so it does allow you to to be able to stream music, YouTube clips, navigation, and things like that. So it helps even at that lower price point to come with all those great features. The last slide here is just kind of a quick recap. I'm sure most of you are familiar and have seen these car kits in your stores. You guys have actually been doing a great job selling these. I know there is the full band on having hands-free in the car. Most recently, Illinois at the beginning of January, so that has definitely spiked and increased your guys' sales. I believe Minnesota and Wisconsin have also had that similar law in place for quite some time across most of the states. And so this kind of just gives you the breakdown, a reminder of the price points to drive at $59.99, your kind of entry-level good product that has a 2-watt speaker and is going to give you about 20 hours of talk time. The better being the Tour at $79.99. A couple added features like the voice commands, being able to say answer or ignore. It does give you 20 hours of talk time as well, in addition to having a large 3-watt speaker, so a little bit more robust sound that you're going to see out of the drive. And then moving into the top model, the best, which would be the Freeway at $99.99. I heard Brent say that somebody's interested in potentially using some of their money from the contest to get themselves into a Freeway, which is awesome. And a couple added things, features in this model. It does have the FM transmitter, and it is a lot louder, being that it has 3 speakers built into it, about 7 watts. A lot louder, more clear calls. It also allows you to be able to use the stereo in your car to either play music or take your calls through the speakers in the car as well. Same with this model, it does have the voice option to just say answer, ignore, so you don't have to even take your hands off the wheel. And then it does have the ability with the motion sensor it will actually power itself off. Actually, the Tour has it as well, but they both give you the ability to save some battery and make the unit last longer when there's no motion or nothing moving in the car. It'll actually power it off and then repower on and connect after there's somebody gets in the car. It starts movement. So it kind of gives you an idea of just a little quick recap on those 3 products there. But just to kind of cover all the products, you guys now have several different categories for Midwest to cover the Bluetooth, to find a need and a fit for your customers. I think a couple key thoughts that you might want to keep in mind is always to start high. Start at those higher price points, whether it's the $99, $129, and that gives you the option to work your way down. If a customer's not interested in quite spending that much, or maybe it has a few more features than they need, you can always definitely kind of work. It's easier to work your way down, of course, as most of you know. But then also to figure out what your customers, as you're kind of categorizing them, see if it's a personal use or a business use. How do they use their phone? What do they use it for the most? And that'll kind of help you decide, which Bluetooth, either headset or car kit, or if they're just, looking for something for the summertime. And then with the warmer weather, the portable speakers will definitely come in handy a lot more as it gets warmer. People get outside, whether they're hanging out by the pool. It's a great unit for just filling up any little area with some music. So I guess what I'll do is we can kind of bounce off and see if I have any emails in here. And it doesn't look like there's any in there. I guess I don't know if it's open at all. If anybody has any other questions or any comments or anything else that I can help you guys out with, I'll be glad to. I will say we do have a seeding program coming up to where you guys will be able to learn to earn that you'll hear about, I'm sure, soon. There's a few trainings, very simple, online. I believe you guys may have done it with the Tour and the Freeway. But they're called Brain Shark trainings. You'll just kind of log in with your first name, last name, your company, and your email address. And once everyone has taken all of the trainings, you'll actually be able to earn yourself a free headset that you'll be able to wear around the store. And demo and try it for yourselves. I believe we set it up so that the Jabra motion will be available to all of the managers, and then all those sales reps will have the ability to receive a Jabra style. They're very simple. There's 4 or 5 trainings just kind of on the products that we just discussed, and I'll just kind of give you a little bit of a recap and some few additional points that maybe I didn't touch on today that'll help you fit the needs of your customers. And I think that's about it. I guess if there's anything else that you need, I can kind of give you guys, I can lay out and leave, kind of give you the pricing so you guys can have that up and kind of get a good glance at your good, better, best for those. Again, the other product we talked about was the Soulmate Mini Speaker. There should be a live demo that will be available for all locations as well. So definitely want to demo that to your customer, whether whether you guys are using your own phones or if maybe you have a live phone in the store. Obviously, that's totally up to your leadership team there at Midwest. But some other success that we've seen is some people have taken the live phones in the store and actually stream music through the speaker, kind of grab some interest of the customers to kind of get them engaged in talking and spike their curiosity. But there's obviously that option as well, and remember that is at the $99.99 price point for the Soulmate Mini Speaker. So I thank you guys for your time, and hope you have an awesome weekend, and good luck with the Jabra products. Let me know if you have any questions or need anything.
All right. Thank you very much, Mason. I tell you what we could do right now is we could just, if you have any questions at this point, if you want to, you could type them in and send a public note or a private note to either myself or Mason. I'm just going to give a couple minutes for that. If you guys have some questions about these new products and or maybe the incentive that we have running. Again, I appreciate Mason and you being on here and our partnership with Jabra. We had a tremendous run there at the beginning of the year with those new laws. Without a doubt, we exploded on some of these products and had customers waiting for us to get some of those visor mounts in. So it's a big part of our business. We need to make sure that we continue talking about that, because we were talking so heavily for so long about the new laws and about everything that you can do through that, and everything you can do with these visor mounts and the Bluetooth. So we need to make sure that we get back to that. But remember, it's now summertime. Hearing about being able to get navigation through which one was that, Mason, where you could get the navigation through your ear?
It actually works on all of the headsets. It's being with the A2DP profile, it'll actually work on all of the headsets that we chose to bring in. And in addition to, oddly, it'll actually also work with the Soulmate Mini Speaker as well. So that's definitely a key feature.
Okay. Yeah, and that's big, because I've done that myself, where as I'm driving the car, when the family and I go to take a long trip, we'll drive really through the night typically when we get down to Florida, and I'll have to have the navigation, kind of on. So if I could have that in my ear instead, because I'm the only one that needs to hear, when I need to make a turn or something, that would be that's very helpful. So that's great. I like that.
For sure. I guess actually one other thing that I should point out, on the Soulmate Minis, it is available in 4 colors. I think initially the idea is you guys will probably see the black and the blue speakers that will be available in your locations. If everything goes well, there will be the possible chance to bring in additional colors. But I just wanted to point that out because I did just notice it on the slide as well.
Okay, that's great. All right, so I see no questions coming across. So what I will have each of you guys do, because we have about 9 minutes, is compile your notes, and as opposed to having we're going to have a learn to earn that we're going to put together and send out. But I would like to see what kind of what do you think, Mason? You have 5 different models that you talked to here, plus the speaker.
Yep.
Is that right? So we got 6.
Yep.
So what I'd like to do now, since we have some extra time, is on the 6 different styles is name them out, name the price, and, well, he's showing you 5 of them right now, the price, and then a couple of selling points, benefits, right? So feature advantage benefits of these 6 products. So that will be your in replace of a quiz for right now. And of course, the Learn to Earn is awesome, and everyone's going to enjoy being able to do that. But for now, the 6 products you talked through, each product, the name, the price, and then an FAB, which is like an FABG minus the G, an FABG on each one of those, so that you have some kind of a selling point for that. All right. All right, Mason. Thank you again very much for your time and working with us and helping us out with everything. I know we all enjoy that.
Absolutely.
I know I absolutely enjoy it. So I'm going to give you guys the rest of the time then to work on those FABs. Make sure that you send those in just as you would your quiz. So work on those right now and get them sent in. Have a great weekend. Again, we have a lot of battles going on out there between the Willens Friends scores. We got a challenge. Central Illinois. There's a call out here. Tony Chulo is telling me you still need 21 home solutions today to hit our 30 for those for the last 3 days. So 21 is that magic number. We got to get out there. It's going to take every one of you guys to help out to hit that goal, and that'll be an absolute fantastic win when we get that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Thanks again, Mason.
Thanks. See you, bud.